So today is April 1st. It's the day that Dead Air, the day the music died, takes place on April 1st in one day. That's why it's called the day the music died. It takes place in 24 hours. And it happens on April 1st. And the premise is that when the airwaves are initially gone dead, chief engineer and some of the people in the radio station in Los Angeles think it's a April Fool's prank. So I wanted to give a very personal, professional, and very deeply moving update today for you. I haven't been doing anything for quite a while, and there's a really good reason for it. So here's a little bit of a launch recap. So Dead Air, the day the music died, launched on digital platform Kindle Unlimited in the middle of February. And then I already did an update about that my mom had a fall in her assisted living facility, and I had to hitch up and race back to California from Arizona to go and ensure her safety and get her moved, as she had a gash in her head, and she had to have some staples put in her head. So once she was okay, and I'm pretty sure she was going to recover, and we got her into a new place. I already had all this solar equipment purchased, and it was in my trailer, and I already paid the guy that was going to install it half the money to do the work. So once I made sure that mom was safe, I returned to Quartzsite to have this solar and lithium battery installation completed. And on March 1st, while I was out there, the launch of the print copies of Dead Air were released on March 1st. And that same day, my mom's health suddenly declined again. The marketing content was already pre-scheduled and on the track. And I had to roll back into California several days early than I had already been initially scheduled to come to California to visit the family and spend a month here before I went up to the NAB convention in Las Vegas to market my book. But as the videos rolled out, I was going back to California to check on mom again. She was back in the hospital with a urinary tract infection. And it was supposed to be a big book launch week and month, but it was overshadowed by mom. And sadly, my mom passed away last week. She just didn't have the strength to recover fully. And it was fast and it was unexpected. She was 87 years old and she had the normal age-related ailments, AFib, a little bit of heart failure, COPD. So she was already frail. So the fall just really did her in. I really didn't expect this to happen. And of course I'm sad. And of course I've been managing all the details. As a grief specialist, I already acknowledge that I'm still in that shock and take care of business phase. But one of the things that I have learned over my lifetime of grief and loss is that the show must go on. Life doesn't stop for you to grieve. And frankly, sitting around doing nothing, staring at the walls is just detrimental. You just can't. You have to get out and you have to go do stuff. So I have been in Temecula now for a while. I was here for this entire process and all the details are already done. She didn't want a service, so family got together and we had right here at my trailer, we had a nice little Memorial Day kind of event for her the day after she died. We moved all of her stuff over here and it was really just photo albums and scrapbooks. And it was really nice because a lot of them were camping trips and traveling across the country with the grandkids that we were looking at. And so we had a little barbecue in her honor at the trailer. It was a day camping kind of atmosphere. Everybody just thoroughly thought it was just the best way to send her off because we were all just sitting around. She had her two living children, six of her grandchildren, and three of her great grandchildren all gathering to share stories and look at photographs and memories. And it was a beautiful send off for my mom. But the train was already on the track. My mom is now peacefully resting and happy with my dad, who died a year and a half ago. They were married more than 66 years. And so she's back with dad and her two older sons, my older brothers, Brad and Buck, who have gone before them. And she missed them dearly. And so as sad as we are, we're also very happy for her. It's a very conflicting sense of relief in a way. And I've been talking to my own therapist and my own wise counselors who have said what your experience is very normal. And as a grief specialist myself and a therapist, I know that what I'm feeling is very normal. And this talking to you and being able to do creative projects is what helps me cope with and manage and deal with the emotions that I'm not even yet feeling. Honestly, I admit that I'm not yet feeling, but a lot of people think that grief means that you're going to be laying down crying, curled up in a ball, unable to function. But I have learned through multiple grief experiences of my own and in training, that's not the case. Not everybody grieves the same. And so this is actually part of my grief process because from the very early stages when we had the radio station, we didn't get to have time to stop and grieve when my brother died. We had to stay on the air. We had to keep the business rolling because there were other obligations and other responsibilities, and the world just does not stop for you to grieve. And I've also got other business things I have to take care of, trailer stuff, dog stuff. Dead air marketing was already on the tracks, and I've invested a lot of time and money into it. So I know that my dad and my brothers and my mom, they'd all be saying, go, because that's the best place for you. Because if I cancel and I don't go, I'll be sitting here in my trailer upset that I didn't go. And I also know that when I get there, that it might hit me. And I'm okay with that because it did happen after my dad died. I had gone to a function thinking that I would be okay. This was a year ago, January. It was a few months after dad died, and I got hit with a grief wave. So I'm anticipating that might be possible. And if it is, then heck, man, I'm just gonna go to the casino and put some money in the slot machines, or I'll go out and sit by the pool and not worry about networking or being upbeat for anybody or promoting my book. I'm already anticipating that is what I will do if I need to do that. But I wanted to just get up on an update because I did vanish. It's very bizarre because all of the marketing was already pre-scheduled and I didn't think to, I didn't have time to, I didn't have even the energy to care that all of this stuff is going on, talking about my mom's okay and everything's going well. And meanwhile, my mom is dying in the hospital or dying in her bed. And that's where my focus is. And there was a few times where somebody would comment or like the one of the posts that I'd forgotten was there. And I was privately letting them know it's like that was recorded over a month ago. And this is what's happening right now. Came as a surprise. Yeah. But not, but she was 87, so it's not tragic. It's I'm really trying hard to just keep it together, really, because when it came down to all the business matters of taking care of my mom's final arrangements, it was me that was responsible for doing that. And I think that's probably why I'm in this okay thing right now. It's all going to hit me later. So I thought I'd do a video now. One of the things that has occurred is that I ordered some author copies of Dead Air and they arrived the other day, and I just haven't had the heart to open the box yet because unboxing the author copies of your novel is supposed to be a celebratory, exciting event. And I just haven't had the heart to do that yet. So I'm going to do it today because it's April 1st. And it just seems appropriate because that's when the book starts. It's on the first page. Today is April 1st, and this just happened. So I think that my mom would be nudging me, my dad would be nudging me, my brothers would be nudging me. Honestly, I do believe that. So I'm going to, and I'm going to include it in this video when I unbox them a little bit. When I unbox them, I'm just going to do it today. Basically, my dad would always say that once the show is on the road, you've just got to keep going. Delayed satisfaction, right? I've been sitting on this, well, not sitting on it, but it's been sitting next to me for days. This is the book right here, or the box of my Dead Air books. It's right here, sitting. This is right where I work. There's my view outside today. It's gloomy. So it's April 1st and we're working on a new video. So I want to show opening up Oh my goodness. Here it is. The actual physical copy of Dead Air. Right here. With all my work. With everything I do. I'm super excited. I can't tell you how much. But I am. So, are you excited too? Huh? Are you excited for me? Oh, yes. You're going to play with all the paper. He got a gift too, obviously. So that's it. Dead Air. It's official. Here's the book. I mean, it's actually the book and not the card that you've seen me holding before. I'm super proud of this, and it's very appropriate. Thank you for supporting me and for being here on part of this journey. It's been exciting and with a lot of crazy detours and derailments. I don't know where this is going to take me. I really don't. And the Dead Air show is on the road. And I know that my dad and my brothers and my mom would all be saying, you need to go to Vegas and you need to do your book signings and you need to sell your book and you need to go and just be with radio people because that's what we all are. So I'll be at the NAB convention in Las Vegas next week. So if you are a radio professional that is going to the NAB, I'd really love to see you. I'd love to network with you. I have a couple of functions that I'm going to. I'm not overbooked. I have bookmarks that I'm going to be giving away. And I do have 2 book signings scheduled at the NAB store. Dead Air is going to be featured in the store, and I'm super excited. So they have numerous books to be able to sell there. And a book signing, I will be there kind of like a meet and greet from 11 to 1 on Monday and on Tuesday from 2 to 4. But if you want to get coffee or lunch in between, hit me up. I'm pretty easy to find. I would love to have some other company, perhaps. I am going to go to Vegas and I'm going to try it out. But if I win in the slots, I'll let you know. That would be a really, truly big blessing. But in the meantime, I do have future plans. I'm still going to be taking my travel. I'm still going to visit radio stations. I'm still going to do a video blog, but I'm also going to include mental health tips and tools while on the road, or as women of a certain age, or if you have had some grief and loss. Some of these videos I will feature some tools and even what works for me, because this is something that I have really become expertise in, is grief and loss and resilience, and honestly even flipping the format on your fears and stepping out of your comfort zone so that you can live your best life despite the detours and the derailments that occur. So stay tuned. Your support would mean the world to me. Dead Air is more than just a thriller. It's about flipping your fears. It's about resilience. It's about teamwork. And it is for people like you who still believe in the power of the human voice. So let's keep broadcasting the good stuff, the real stuff, the stuff that keeps us connected and together. More on the adventures of Kelly and Kismet continue as I head up to Vegas for the National Association of Broadcasters convention to see who up there might be interested in Dead Air.